Hello there, YouTube. We're going to make a simple little hobo stove. It might end up getting complicated if I'm making it. Okay, this is a sweet potato can. And I use the first thing to do is turn the scanner down. I used a sweet potato can. Yam, sweet potato, so I really can't tell you the dimensions on it. This had like white meat chicken in it. Well, my idea is, this is open with the safety can opener. Put the lid back on. My idea is going to be able, you can either cook in this. They are like a Teflon coating. I have boiled water in those. And this is going to hold fire. Whatever you want to put in there. Something flammable. Or it'll have a hole in there, like the Hobo Stoves cut out to burn sticks or whatever in. I figured that'd work pretty good. Okay. The simplest way I put holes around is, I wrap a piece of paper around. This ended up being 12 1/4. So I kind of cheated on the center. Because it came out to 6 1/8. 6 1/8. I kind of cheated. So I'm going to go 1/2 inch up from the bottom, 1 inch spacing. Kind of hard to tell if I'm on camera. I got to kind of glance around. But you get the idea. I go by this seam. I wrap my paper around. And where it overlaps, I'll just draw my ink pen line, cut it with the scissors. Then I'll draw it out with a ruler. Real simple, nothing fancy. My little ruler, my little square. Doesn't have to be perfect. But I'm going to use my, those one bits that make any size hole. But it's not a step bit. It's tapered. And if you go real slow those, you won't smash the can. Another trick is I've seen people do is, if you hold the lid on here, especially when you drill up here, I've seen people take a piece of wood in their vise and run your, say this piece of wood, run your wood in there and set it on there, which I will probably do. Maybe, maybe not, because I'm going to use the cordless drill and I will drill a pilot hole with an 1/8 inch, something under a 1/4 inch bit, but I'll be using those step bits. So I'll be showing that somewhere along the line and drilling the holes. So we're going to go ahead and get the holes marked out and drill at least one set of holes to show on camera. Okay, we're having a little trouble with the sunlight in here. It's winter time and it comes through my windows better. I just took a nail and poked in here. It leaves a little dimple. I just took a little nail and poked in there. Then I'll take a marker and ink pen and I'll mark the hole. And I'll offset from the seam. Don't put your hole in the seam, you'll have trouble. Okay, we're going to drill a hole with the cordless drill. Then we got this. I did make a video of this. It's just a bit holder that I melted into a plastic ball and lays it flat so it's comfortable. Lay the flat spot on it. But if you can find some kind of handheld holder or get one. I've seen one that had a countersink. You get like 3 countersinks. I think it was Harbor Freight. Get 3 countersink heads, and it has a holder like a screwdriver handle. I wanted something a little more comfortable, but we're going to drill holes and ream it out with this. That way it's not shaking all over, ripping up, because this will rip a can up so bad it'll rip right out of your hand, it'll tear it up, bend it. So we're going to do these holes with my hand. Well, we'll go ahead and drill these holes. Here's my little paper template. I like using electrical tape, because masking tape tends to tear the paper. Electrical tape, I used it twice. I just peeled off, stick it back on. So, you get the idea on that. We're having trouble with our light in here, because the sun's lower and it comes to the windows. That's how I designed the shed, get more sun in the wintertime. But you will have a dimple, just with a nail. Just a simple, common 8-penny nail. Poke it in there good. It's just tin can. You'll make a mark, then go and take your Sharpie and put a little dot there so you know where it is. Okay, we drilled our holes, used about a 3/16 inch bit, if I'm guessing. And here's not quite a 1/2 inch. And when I drilled these, I put the lid back on and stood it up so it doesn't crush the can. I actually dented the can just with the pushing the nail into it. But this works pretty easy. You put them on camera here. These are tapered, not stepped. They make a step bit, you'll see it has steps and little steps on it. If I'd done this with the drill, I'd have a mess. This kind of spring action in this holder like this, so I've learned to work with that. Okay. Not too messy inside. It does mush the tin in, but it's just a simple little hobo stove, so I thought I'd show me drilling one of those. It's really nice little bits. They're not very good at heavy steel, but tin and stuff, I like them. You can buy them 3 in a set. I do have a big step bit that goes over 1 inch, but I like my tapered bits. Step bits has steps, it's tapered, self-explanatory. But find you some kind of holder for these. You can use them by hand, so you get the idea. We'll make all our holes in there then. Okay, here's the simple stove done. What I like about these, you can set it on there with a safety lid. So you can throw sticks or something there. You don't have to use this if it's out on the ground. If you have something to burn here, any of those cubes, people light, you're still going to get some air around here. Like I said, I don't know the food safety on these. I have boiled water in there and I haven't been too worried, but if they were flaking, I'd throw them away. That's almost like a Teflon coating when you get these. You'll find chicken in them, possibly ham. This was a small can, it had ham in it, which I like more than tuna. And if it's messy, say you had something there burn that's messy, you could always put this lid back on there. You have to find a way to keep it on there. But this won't fit inside of here. I'm going to try those charcoal briquettes. I'm going to try one of those in there. And if it fits this, it'll fit most coffee cups, metal cups, camping cups. That's about as simple as I could come up with. I've seen a lot of videos. I wanted something simple. Be careful using this tool. It will rip a hole in there bigger than this. So these aren't a nice looking hole, because it will rip right in there. The harder you push, you can actually push a hole through there without hardly turning it. But this is the most easy I can come up with. I like the idea of having this to put a messy fire in or something. You might be burning who knows what in there. Small piece of wood, like fat wood, you know, your pine with the resin in it. You might be burning something nasty in there. Something that you have. And a sterno can, I haven't measured for a sterno can. I need to dig one out. So if a sterno can fits, I'll include that in the description. But that's about as basic as you can get. This hole is probably, I stayed below a seam so it'd still be rigid. If you see, I went down one indent and one ridge. Keep it pretty solid. This hole turned out to be about 2 inches by 3 inches, opposite of the seam. About 2 by 3 inches. That's enough to put some little sticks in there. I know these work good. I've seen them in videos. People put sticks in there. They do work pretty good. And you do have plenty of air holes. But I wanted something if I wanted to add some kind of fuel in there. And these are pretty common. If you like what comes in the chicken, you got a little pan to cook in. You can put your little knob on this, make a lid. I'd put a little hole in it so it doesn't pop off boiling or anything, but I don't know what these hold. I think it's approximately a cup. But if you like this product, you end up with a lot of these. Like I said, I wouldn't use it if it started flaking. I have boiled water in these a dozen times or more. The only time I had any problems if it overheated on a fire, that stuff would peel off. But as far as heating, I've used them playing around with. I haven't done this stuff for a while, but if you're left with this lid, do whatever. Like I said, you could keep a little bit of tape. You could have something in here that's kind of messy. You could still put it in a Ziploc bag. I wouldn't want to carry any stinky fuel stuff in my backpack. But I thought I'd make something that you could use for more than one thing. You can either put on the ground with sticks. You can use this like that, and it's a little more steady of a base. But that's it, my simple hobo stove. That's my idea, taken from many of them on YouTube. But thanks for watching.